can hurt you, or the truth can change you. What will truth do to you?
How are you today? How has your day been? Mine has been beautiful with the help of God. Thank you so much for your patience. I am so sorry that we are like half an hour behind the schedule. You know what the technique can be like, but we are so sorry. We are not, it's not going to happen again. We hope so. Thank you very much for joining us today. How has the day been? Mine has been beautiful, even with the weather. We thank God, God has been sustaining us. You're welcome to your reality talk show, Beautiful Mind. This is your show where we say no to stigmas, discriminations, and any judgmental attitudes. This show is where we talk about, different issues that people don't consider or people consider as a taboo or people generally don't like to talk about. Our aim is to let people know that they're not alone and help is readily available. They don't need to suffer in silence. Beautiful Mind believes that everyone deserves, the respect and love they need regardless of the color, their education, their illness, their religion, and sexual orientation. This is an educative, interactive, and soul-lifting show that wants you to see beauty in everyone, regardless of their situation. So you're welcome on board. Why don't you grab yourself a cup of tea, hot chocolate, water, coffee, soup, whatsoever that makes you feel comfortable wherever you are watching us or listening from. Some people even said when you're watching Beautiful Mind, they love to, have cassava flakes. That's what we call gari. So whatsoever that makes you feel comfortable, please sit down and come along with us. And if you're driving and listen via our online radio and you're coming back from work, please drive with care as you enjoy this show. Remember that you can connect and contribute on this show on 079-603-91983. And you can also tweet us at beauty_mind, all on our Instagram, Beautiful Mind Online. And you can also send in your views, your comments, your contribution via our Facebook page, Beautiful Mind Online. I am so excited about today's topic. And I know that a lot of people have been messaging me asking, oh my God, this topic is something that they have been waiting to talk about. So today's topic is, where do you call home? A place of residence versus the place of birth. And I have got, for the very first time, Mr. Boduri, is that your name?
Yes.
Yeah. In the studio with me today, he will be helping us on today's topic. I tell you, it is a topic you do not want to miss anything from. So please, if you're just joining us, help us share this video straight away so that you can also bless someone else. Right, Mr. Boduri, can you please introduce yourself to my viewers and my, listeners?
Good evening, everybody, viewers and listeners. My name is Bodurin Hundeyin, born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria. Left home, Nigeria, for Germany, 1994.
Wow.
And left Germany for UK in 2006 to settle down.
Wow. Wow, thank you very much. I believe you've got a business. Do you want people to know about your business, or you don't like it? So you don't like talking about it?
Yeah, I can talk about it to give people some words of encouragement. I went into the beauty world.
No, don't tell us how you got in. Just tell us what the business is all about and how people can connect with you.
Okay, the business is Tolmanis. It's called Tolmanis Beauty World.
Okay.
It's in Wythenshawe in Manchester. The postcode is M22 5 Richard Frederick.
Wow.
RF.
Wow. Thank you very much, for taking your time away from your business world and come and bless us today. I do really appreciate. If you're just joining us or, coming across this video for the very first time on this show. This is Adeyinka Adeomi, and I am your host on this beautiful, beautiful program, Beautiful Mind. This is a program where we say no to stigmas, discrimination, and any judgmental attitudes. And this program comes out every Wednesday, 5 to 6:30 p.m. But unfortunately, we are starting a bit late today. So please bear with us, and we are going to just kickstart and go, straight into the topic for today. And the topic again is, where do you call home? A place of residence versus place of birth. Right, bordering. Sometimes people kind of want to guess your country or your origin from the way you speak, from your accent. Has that ever happened to you before?
It has.
Wow. So how do you feel about it when people try to guess where you're from, or try to identify your tribe, or from your accent? Are you from Nigeria? Are you from Zambia? Are you from Ghana? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good.
Wow.
Everyone needs an identity. You need to be identified. That's why even when you give birth to a child, you give the child a name. That's an identity.
Wow. So do you think it is important for us to be identified with or by a continent, tribe, country, state of origin? Do you think so?
It is important.
Why so?
It has started from the time of creation. I'm not the one that named the country Nigeria. I didn't name the world the continent, but to identify yourself where you're coming from. So when you identify where you're coming from, you know where you're going.
So why can't we all just be content, with being human? Or is being a human being not enough?
It is not enough. Being a woman,
Human
being
being.
human,
Yeah.
from the time of Adam and Eve, yeah? If not for Adam eating the fruit, we'll be human. We'll remain human.
Yeah.
But after eating the fruit, our eyes are open
Wow.
to the good things of life. So that makes us not to be human.
Oh. Okay, if you don't agree with what he said, you can give us a call here in the studios on 079-603-91983. I want this program to be so interactive, so please do give us a call here in the studios on 079-603-919 83 or 73. When you live in a foreign country, you constantly have to prove yourself, because people judge you based on what they've heard about you or seen through the media. Can we, ever control this? And how have you been able to handle such situation?
Well, in the world of today, people tend to be judgmental because the world now is a global village. In life, try to assimilate, try to, take in and speak less. Be focused. That does not take anything out of you.
Wow.
That does not kill your dream. You won't held or hold anybody accountable for your failure or for your success.
Wow.
So you should just put that behind you.
Thank you very much. He's saying just put it behind you. How easy is that? I want to hear your views as well. Now for a better, understanding of this discussion, tell us your country of origin and how long you've been away from there.
I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
And I left home 24 years ago.
Where in Nigeria precisely?
I'm from Lagos, but from the town called Badagry.
Wow. So why did you move, from your own land, to here, and what are you doing here abroad?
Okay, the question goes this way. I'm sourcing for a greener pasture. Because back home when I was in the university, the closure opening makes you spend more time than the required year you're supposed to spend in school.
Wow.
So after graduating, I left in 1994 for Germany.
Okay.
I played football.
Okay.
But, one thing or the other, things didn't work out in Germany. Worked in the embassy.
Okay.
In 1995 up to 2006. Got married in between.
Okay.
And decided.
We're going to go into the story full. Just want to know why you for a greener pasture.
For a greener pasture.
Thank God, I thank God for your life, because I believe you're one of the few people that find things easy here in the UK from what you said. You were
Okay.
playing football, you came here, some people can't work and they don't have the right to work in the UK. Not because they don't want to work. It's because there's something they call right to work. Some have the right to work, but they don't have job. Some have got the papers, the documents to work, but they've been sourcing for job, but they couldn't find a job. But for the benefit of those that are watching us or, coming across abroad right to work, what is that document that you need that will entitle you to work or that will, enable you to work?
Let me start from this way. Right to work is applicable too from the country I'm coming from.
Okay.
From my own country, Nigeria.
Wow.
If you are a foreigner living in Nigeria,
Yeah.
you need the right to work. But because laws are not in place, so that's why people don't know. The immigration law has a department that you need to get a proper visa when you are leaving a country for another, which we call STR visa.
Oh.
When you get to Nigeria, then
Yeah.
you need a TWP, temporary work permit,
Wow.
which you need to sort out with the immigration department.
Wow.
But when you are seeking for a greener pasture to leave Nigeria abroad, we don't tend to get the right information. So people just, think you just come and you start working. When I came to, it's new to me that you need papers to work. So it does. It's applicable too to the country I came from, Nigeria.
Thank you very much for, elaborating that and, giving us that information. Moving in and, settling down in a different country is not an easy task. I want everybody to understand that. Some find themselves, working as waiters, cleaners, shelves, security and so on. What was your experience like when you first, got to Germany?
I came under the umbrella of my brother.
Okay.
So I would say I came on a platter of gold.
Mm.
But when I started working in the embassy,
Yeah.
I saw things that people go through.
Mm.
I did the same
Okay.
when I relocated to UK. I did the security job, I did cleaning before I got the job that I really like,
you
which is
really
the
want.
finance and account.
Okay.
But later, I have a dream. I have a target. Then I moved to self-employed.
All right. Okay, we're going to take things easy.
Yeah.
So please take time with us. Now that, I don't suppose stereotypical views, but I have heard a lot of people from that part of country that you said you're from, that they say something or they call something hammer, which become rich quick, or quickly. And so they are found to be involved in fraudulent activity. I don't know. Is this something that you notice as well?
It is not it is individual difference. Everybody has, I know what I'm looking for. I left home because I'm looking for a greener pasture, where to settle and raise a beautiful family. Some left for what you've just said. If that is their target, it's fine with them. But I'm not in the position to judge that what you're looking for, it's not what I'm looking for.
Thank
so
you.
that's up to them.
Can you briefly share with us, why it is good for you? You come to this country, you've come to work, with your sweat, to work with your hands and not just to be reaping from other people. What's the difference from people that work with their knowledge, with their document, or people that just want to make it quick, that want to hammer?
Let me start like this. People that want, like you said, people that want to hammer, have a vision of just taking the proceeds of the land that they are and go back to their ethnic origin, where they feel is their home, because they didn't come here with their family. But from my own understanding, best of knowledge, where you've resided for 3 getting to 5 years becomes your home.
Okay. You can tell from what you say, he's been talking about home. And we're going somewhere with this, You got, I like things to be easy and steadfast so that people can understand. You got your boss to like you and, he recommended you because of your attitude, of work or to work. What exactly did you do and what did he say to you? Because I want people to understand why it is good to have a good attitude when you're at place of work?
My attitude towards work, because I was in the administrative department.
Okay.
My attitude towards work, in life, somebody is watching you. Whether you like it or not, somebody's watching you. On this fateful day, he called me. I'm not supposed to be here.
Wow.
Go self-employed.
Wow.
You will excel.
Wow. Wow.
So that's it.
Wow.
That's how I started.
Wow. So did you want to, just from what he said, do you venture into going into business, or where do you want to do the business? Did anybody give you another advice that can't sign it?
Well, I started like this.
Okay.
I met my wife in the embassy.
Okay.
She's good in beauty, hair, and all that. I, being the husband, I saw that in her.
Okay.
So I started saying, we have to eat with this your gift. We do it under the basement back in Germany, because every house in Germany has a basement, and it does hair for the wives of the ambassadors and all that.
Wow.
So when we relocated, being an English-speaking country, it's easy to gather information. In Germany, you speak, the Dutch.
No, I
language
think
and all that.
I don't want you to talk about that yet.
Yes.
I think it's about you trying to invest back home.
You want me to talk about me investing back home?
Yeah.
I did a lot when I was in Germany.
Okay. So what
Cheap
happened?
cars and all that. But because you are not there, that's one. Two, because you want to do like others. What people are doing. You are living your dream, what you love to do. Because everybody's shipping car, buying car. Oh, there's money in it.
Yeah.
So you want to
want
copy.
to do as
You
well.
want to do as well. So I didn't do well in it.
Wow. So did anybody advise you not to do that business, or did you just stop yourself?
I stopped because everything is just going down the drain.
Okay.
No proceed is coming out. There are check and balances. If you start but because I didn't prepare in everything, there should be a preparation. Even when God created the world, He prepared. If I have a baby, I want to have a baby, I will be prepared. Everything is preparation, but because I didn't prepare, I'm copying what people are doing. So I started shipping the same thing everybody is doing.
Wow.
So I failed.
Wow. I thank God you're able to do this. And a lot of us want to do business, but we want to do what is the in thing, like people say, what is happening now, what is making it now, what is eating it now. But sometimes it might not be your call, it might not be what God has called you to do, it might not be what you're going to succeed in, or what you're going to, they'll move you to that next level. But I really wanted to talk about the advice somebody gave you back home, a man that you met. That's the area I really want you to talk about.
On this fateful day, we were sitting under the tree, drinking, the local palm wine and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the discussion just came like that and say, you people from abroad, can't you find something doing in where you live, where you reside?
What led to that conversation though?
What led to the conversation is, when you send money to people, the guy I sent money to didn't do what I expected him to do. So he met me there under the tree.
Okay.
So we were together. I was holding the guy when the old man said, please don't blame him. That's when the discussion started.
Okay. So you now continue with the advice.
He now said, in that place that you people are where you live, can't you find something doing? The economy here is not okay. You are sending money to somebody that is not comfortable. Put yourself in that person's shoe. You send him money to do something. Something went wrong with his family, and the money is with him.
Of course.
What do you expect? What do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
He's not duping you. He's expecting to solve this problem. If something comes, then he will
try and reverse back.
And reverse back.
Wow.
So
wow.
there
Is that a good thing to do though? I really want you to help us with this topic today. When you give somebody money to do something for you, you trust that person. You believe that they're going to use your money for exact thing that you've asked them to do. But if an incident arises or something they were not planning for, obviously, and they ask to use your money, how will you feel as a person? I really want to hear your views. Please call us or send us a text and I'll read that out. Thank you very much, Sheila, for joining us this evening. Tom Ade, thank you very much for joining us. If I can't see you, it's because probably you've not said hi to us or where you're watching us from. I really want you to help us, let us engage this evening. So how did that make you feel when that man advised you that you should try and invest in this country where you are?
I was speechless.
Wow.
I kept quiet. And there's something in me telling me that's true. That's no more my home.
So you didn't think you were saying rubbish?
No, it sank immediately.
It sank in
immediately.
Because this is me. When I was brought up I was brought up that home is where you spend your childhood among the parents, my siblings, and other extended family. Are you trying to say that your home is where you are and you should try to invest there? You should not invest back home in Africa. I really want you to expatiate on this.
I'm not saying don't invest back home.
Okay.
But when you say home, home is where you live. You go to work and you come back home. Where you have security, where you live, where you are happy with your family. Let me ask a question. Why is it that when we go home, you are on leave for 4 weeks?
Yeah. After 4 weeks,
you're still there. Let's assume you're still there. 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Your mom, your dad will call you and ask, when are you going back? Why is that question arising?
Wow.
Yeah, why is that question arising that when are you going back? It's your home. They are asking you because that's not your home. You left your family behind. So to me, I'm not condemning, but to me, it's not your home because you left your family behind.
So what's your definition of home? Where is home?
Home is where you reside, where you have your family, where you are happy with. That's what you call home. You see, me, I'm home now, but my ethnic origin is Nigeria. I would like to do something. I would like to contribute. But let me, define my home. Let me be stable. Then I can stretch forth my hand.
Wow. Please, viewers and listeners, are you in support of what Mr. Bodure is saying this evening? I really want to hear your views on this topic. Are you not saying that we should not do anything tangible like building houses? Because I want to be honest with you, that when we were trying to buy our property, somebody was like giving an advice to say, no, why do you want to buy a property in this country first? Why not buy back home? Why not build a house back home in Africa and you have something there before buying a property here? So are you saying we should not do something tangible back home or any business back home? First, we should do it here.
I'm not saying don't do anything tangible back home.
Okay.
But first, the thing you want to do back home, you prepare. You have to be on ground. You are not on ground back home. Like you said, you still calling. Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this? That's not it. But if you are doing it here, you know the norms, the culture, as things are changing, things can change tomorrow back home. The information will get to you late. But here, you are here on ground. If you now make it here, you're proceed. How long does it take to build a house back home? It's your ethnic origin. And I mean, it's back home, but it's your ethnic origin. This is your home. Your parents will ask you, how is your children? How are they doing? Oh, everything is fine. This is your home. That's why you decide to apply for a residence permit.
I believe, probably you can give me a call here in the studios or text me and I'll read your message out. Probably parents are asking, when are you going back home? Because when you're there, you can't be giving them money. Maybe because of money, and they don't want you to be out of job, because if you're out of job, then you won't be looking after them, supporting them and giving them money, and that's why they want you to come back so that you can work more and be able to support them. This is what I believe, but I want to hear your views. What do you think when you are home on holiday back home in Africa, when your parents ask or tell you, when are you going back home? Is it because they want you to come back home to abroad, or because they want you to come back to work and send them some money? I want to hear your views on this topic. Please help us this afternoon. Let us go back to your story. because there's something that you said that I really want you to share it again on air. You said you noticed something in your wife, Can you please, before you married her, can you please share this with my viewers and listeners?
I noticed she's good in, the beauty world. Yeah. So I tapped from it and sat her down when we settled in the UK. That job I'm doing, the contract is finished. Let's start something with nothing.
Wow. Hold on. I like people to take things, even though we are running behind time, but I want people to be able to digest it. You said you noticed that your wife is good in making hair, and your contract got finished, and now you wanted to invest in your wife to start doing hair.
Yes.
I don't know. I really need people to help me out. If you've not shared this video, I believe this is the time or the period for you to share it, because Boduri here is going to be giving us some things that most men don't feel comfortable to talk about. So please help us share this video, because I believe it's going to help you out. So how much did you use in starting this business, this hair business that you were talking about?
When I left the job that I'm doing as a finance and an accounting officer in a charity organization, you need to pay bills in the Western world, did all that.
Yeah.
We were left with £80.
Wow.
So I started the business with £80.
Wow.
That's my preparation.
Even to start with, a lot of people, again, this is African people saying that they will say, why are you venturing into women's business? Are you like a woman rapper, or your woman has cooked vegetable for you, the way they say it? Do you not think people will judge you like that? Or
back home in Nigeria,
yeah,
I grew up with the Igbo, the eastern part of, and they are called Abriba. They are the one into Okrika, the fairly used clothes.
Okay.
We call it Okrika back home, the fairly used clothes. So I grew up with them. So I know what business is. Yeah? But getting here, I knew that, I noticed if my wife does hair for somebody, they will just be talking about it constantly.
Wow.
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 I'm not, you put things in prayer, yeah? But you have to be realistic. I want to build a home. I want to build a family. I don't want to say because I'm a man. I don't want my wife to be, maybe richer than me. I mean, I'm not being judgmental, but I'm talking about myself now.
Exactly, yeah.
So she as well tapped into mine. I'm good into clothing. Yes, I'm good in clothing and all that. So, but because of where I grew up, I came to UK and I saw the Asians too.
Wow.
That they are into business. That is what gingered me.
Wow.
Then I started my feasibility study, and
with £80. Are you trying to say £80,000?
No, with £80. I will explain deeper. With £80.
£80?
Yeah.
What kind of business will £80 start you off with?
Okay.
And what? Because a lot of people want to start business, and I'm asking this is a genuine question. But starting, their main problem or concern is always finance. How do I start this business? I need money for business. But starting a business with £80, I found that tight. Can you please explain further? Because a lot of people are watching and they really want to know how you did it.
We took a walk to Civic Center in Wythenshawe, where the shopping mall in Wythenshawe. So we saw, shops that are vacant. So we went into the manager's office, the city council manager's office, that would love to start something in here. How much is the rent? I think the rent indoor then is £35 or about that a week. I don't know. But he said it's a food hall. So we can't do hair. So we left. We got home. But my wife is still working at the airport, doing nights, at the airport. So I picked up a security job then. I gathered money, did license and all that. So now, one fateful evening, we are home when the phone rang. That's why sometime in life, always pick phone. any phone, we picked. It's the manager calling and saying, your idea, I think there is a market, a Christmas, this Christmas store outside. You can start there, and when there is vacancy.
Wow.
So I said, thank you very much. We dropped, and I told my wife, start in the cold, outside.
Wow.
There is no heater. Yeah, we now said, but we can start. Let's go, because there's nothing like that in this area. We started. We drew the 80 pound, sauce for dark and lovely relaxer.
Wow.
Sauce for, beat 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Displayed 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, the community are encouraging. They came in, when they come in, they say, oh, wow.
Hold on, before you go to that community part, I really want to read what our viewers have put down here. Thank you very much, Kenny Oluwatimile, for joining us this afternoon. She said, my home is where I base with my family. Thank you. Tom Ade said, good husbands are not afraid to invest on their wives because they know that if you invest in your wife, one way or the other, the benefits are yours, and that is of your children. Thank you very much for that. That's the area, that really attracted me to this man's story, because we have this idea that a man should not, man should be just at the head and the woman should be down, which I'm not against. The man is the head of the house. But most men have taken that beyond. They don't want their woman to shine. They don't want the woman to be up there because they think they're in a form of competition. And this man has come out today to let us know that as a husband and wife, you're one in the family. And if you see that your wife will go further or can go further in what she's doing, embrace it and invest in it, and that's really attracted me to this story. Thank you very much for coming out this morning to say that. Thank you very much, Emily Ogunrumbi, for joining us. She said, please give a man room, enough space to finish his story. You are doing a good job. Thank you very much. And Bernard Amadu for joining us this afternoon. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. You said something again. You said people should pick their calls, and which is very, very important. As a business person or business-oriented person, you always have to pick your call, because you don't know when the next job or the next opportunity will come from. It might just be from that next call that you're about to pick. Now, you not mention the word community. This is where, again, I'm going. Who are your customers? Because I have heard that the reasons why some Africans believe or prefer to invest back home or do business back home is because Africans in diaspora or Africans here that live here in abroad, we don't support each other. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that's true. I wouldn't say that's true. But the thing is that it's a mindset. If your mind is still investing back home, where you call your ethnic origin, you won't be able to do your studies and see maybe they are supportive or not. But if you decide to invest where you live in, you will be able to carry that study to know maybe they are supporting enough. In my own community in Wythenshawe, they are supportive.
Wow.
The blacks, they are supportive.
Wow.
Now, being supportive is in 3 categories, please. One, they will support you by coming to buy things. Some will support you mentally. Some will support you spiritually.
Wow.
Okay, I'm into the big cosmetics. If you are my friend, you're living maybe 5 miles away, and you have a shop that is a mile closer to you, you won't come to me. But if you meet me in town somewhere, you ask me, how is my business? I will say, fine. You say, give glory to God. I will put you in prayer. What does that mean? You're supporting me spiritually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very, very realistic, what you've just, that illustration that you've just given now. Because some people will believe, as a friend, as a family, if I have a shop, you must patronize me. You must come to my shop and buy stuff, even if you live miles away. But you've just given an illustration that they don't need to be there physically sometimes, but when they are there, when they see you, they should acknowledge that you've got a shop, you've got something that is going, and they should ask about it. And that makes you to feel, and it makes you to believe that they're in support of what you're doing. Yes. And that is very good. I hope we'll be able to do that. Again, even if they can't be coming down, I believe these days they do like, post-stage. They can transfer money into your account and you can post it if you have to. They don't necessarily have to come there physically, but they can, when they have it at the back of their mind, know that at the back of their mind that I need to support my brother, I need to support my own, it goes a long way. But what the kind of business that you're doing, you're into cosmetics. As a man, you're into clothing. A lot of people will say you're a lazy man. You are venturing into women's world. Were you not stigmatized, or condemned when you started this business?
Some look at it, but I put deaf ear to negativity.
Yes, that's another clue. I hope you're putting all this clue down. Put deaf ear into negativity. Yeah. Wow.
As a Christian, nobody sees God. But you believe. And the Bible says if you can have faith like a mustard seed. I remember my pastor showed me a mustard seed in church. So if I can have faith like this small thing, so I have faith on this, my 80 pound, that's very little. Like you said, little.
I know.
And it became something.
Wow.
So I give glory to God.
Please, if you're watching this video this afternoon, or you're going to come across it, and you want to start business, whatsoever it might be, maybe you want to write that book, you want to start any business at all, and you're thinking about money, Bodunrin here is saying, do not think about money. Money should be the last thing you should think about. Have the idea and believe in yourself that you can do it, and venture out, go out there. A lot of us sometimes we're even afraid to start or to even go out, and that kills our dreams. And he's saying, even with 80 pounds, you can start something. But I really want to know how you did it though. Was your shop not empty? How did you start? People, did they not laugh at you when they come into the shop and you don't have any grocery there, you don't have anything? What is it like?
Normally in life, people don't say things about you in front of you. They say it behind you. Yeah. But I'm not being judgmental. You should expect negative, positive. That's life. You live with it. Even if you are a millionaire, you still live with negativity and positivity. But if you have prepared, I'm talking about preparation. Preparation is the most important thing. I have prepared myself. Some come in and say, wow, but have you got this? If I don't have it, I write it down and I search for it. But because they are not buying anything, and I'm sometimes the spirit can be down, but they still come in and say, oh, I wish you well. That's mentally. They'll tell you, I wish you well. Then I raise up my head and say, oh, thank you very much.
Wow.
So some will support, some will come and say, oh, we have this here, and give you a list. I need this, I need this, I need that. Then I'll start sourcing. So gradually, 80 pounds became 120, became 150. Wow. It's like that. So we start growing. Thank you to the community. A big thanks to the community.
Wow.
The Wythenshawe community. They really supported.
Wow. Wythenshawe community, if you're watching, we're saying thank you. This is what I love about communities, for us to come together to be able to support one another. But Bodunrin, most of us left our native land for greener pastures of America or Europe to make it big. Just like you said, you left your native land for abroad for greener pastures. And we always don't have patience to start business. You start a business with 80 pounds. When will it start yielding increase? Because back home, the only song people keep singing from back home, from our native land, is send money home. Your brother needs this money, your cousin needs that money, you need to invest in that business, you need to do that. How are you dealing, or how are you able to deal with that pressure of people requesting you to send money back, or do they not ask you for money?
They do.
So how do you deal? How were you able to deal with it? And when you're trying to invest and build your business up at the same time,
You tend to step on people's toes. Because when you don't yield to their requests, you are trying to cultivate a farm. You're planting a seed. That seed should grow. How do I now back Africa and Nigeria? Put Nigeria on my back and I want to move. I want to climb the ladder. It is going to be difficult. I have them in mind. As I'm getting comfortable, the things I want to do, I'm getting to do it. So now the tone is changing. Oh, it's not like that. So that's it. So you can't be preparing and be adding things to it. You understand? When you prepare for something, you have a focus. That's what I call focus. So with that, gradually, some people will be mad. Even if you're a millionaire, some people will still be mad at you. No matter, you can't please the world. But you can always do your best. Your best, your mind will tell you if you're doing the best. If you're doing things that is wrong, your same mind will tell you, will let you know. You can sleep and snore if you're doing your best.
Thank you. Thank you. I would not want us to finish this show, without talking about why is it important for us to invest in the country where we are based. Because some people, even though they live in this country, they are, they're legalized, they have the documents, some people have even gotten their citizenship, but they still have this mentality that I can't invest here. I need to take everything back to my native land. How can you enlighten us that it is a good thing to invest in where you reside, in a country where you reside?
It is a good thing to invest in a country where you reside because you can oversee things. Wisdom comes where you live. That's when wisdom comes. Wisdom is being deposited. If I'm living in Nigeria, the wisdom, the strategy, the way I will do things will be deposited in me no matter how bad the situation is. But here that I'm living, if I decide that I claim that this is my home, that's why sometimes I'm not being judgmental. Even you show your kids the beautiful house you built back home. You show, they say, Daddy, what is all this? Who is going to stay here? So that's a question for me and you. They will ask you, who is going to stay here? Because to you and to me, this is where you had them. So your generation will be from here. But if you feel you want to invest back home, there's nothing bad in it. But what I'm saying is you need to prepare and be on ground. If you're on ground, you'll be successful.
Wow.
If you're not on ground, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Aderonke, for joining us this afternoon. I do really appreciate it. And if I can't see you, probably it's because you've not, say hello or hi to us or where you're watching us from, or you've not contributed to the show at all. I want to hear your views. What do you think? What do you think Boduri is saying? Do you think is really making sense, or you just want you have another opinion? We are all free to hear our views on this show. Please call us or send us a text and we will try and read your text message out. Daniel from London wrote to us and he said, why work so hard to build a house or have a business in a country where you don't live while you suffer your wife, your children and yourself here? How many months in a year do you spend there that you're killing yourself building a mansion? Once you give a room to any of your relatives in that house, that is it. You will struggle to get it back. Please make yourself comfortable here and make sure you can afford to lose whatsoever you are investing anywhere else. What have you got to say about what Dayo said?
Dayo is right.
Really?
Sometimes you see some of us have beautiful houses when they show you on the phone, when you meet them in parties. And you look at the person that is showing you a very good mansion in back home in Lekki or whatever.
Yeah.
But you look at the person showing you that this is where you live. Then you now tend to exchange, address or whatever.
Yeah.
So can I pay you a visit?
Yeah.
You pay the person a visit.
Yeah.
You feel disappointed. I mean, I'm not judging, but you can feel disappointed. That if you have that there, why can't you make, you should. Now, there's an adage. If I send a pair of shoe home,
Yeah.
I should have 2 here. Isn't it?
Yeah.
If I have a mansion back home,
Yeah.
I should have about 4, 5, 6 mortgage here. That's my own. I'm not condemning, but that's my own opinion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If they give you a form to fill,
Yeah.
there's always home address. Am I going to write Lucky? Am I going to write Ikeja, my beautiful home? No, I won't, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'll write my home here,
Yeah.
where I live in
Yeah.
Wythenshawe.
Yeah.
But if my brother is living, or any of my relative or my friend is living in that house,
Yeah.
is the caretaker. If they gave him a form to fill, is he going to write Wythenshawe? No. He's not going to write Manchester. He's going to write my house in Lekki.
In Lekki.
That's where I live.
Wow.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Where have you lived? That's the question. For
Wow.
the past 5 years.
Wow.
It matters. Yes.
Thank you very much. But you said something there, like you said, when you give a room, just a room to any member of your relatives, that for you to get that house back, is going to be war. Is that true?
Maybe because it is not your home.
Wow. Even
So-
when you've paid the money for them to build a house, you have your name on the document, how can you say it's not your home?
But it's not to them. See, that is what we call, you see, this thing, it's elaborate. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. The Yoruba will say, your brother's thing is yours, your own thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Wow.
So that's it. It is difficult. Okay, create a scenario. If I'm not abroad, you are my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, you put me in a house.
Yeah.
I'm in uni.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm bringing the girl to the house. But the girl sees that I'm living large. Got pregnant. I have a baby
Yeah.
in that same house.
Yeah.
It's your house.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
I know in my conscience that it's not
It's not
mine.
yours.
But the lady knows this. I'm living well. All of a sudden, one day you want to come and take over.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. Let me not say because I'm here and I'm comfortable, you talk and say things are easy. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Wow. Please, I want to hear your views. Do you think it is still your house? I want to hear your views. And how easy is it for you to say to your relative, I want my house back, I want you to move out of that house, even though they've lived in that particular house for years? How easy is it for you? Olu from Glasgow wrote, my father built a mansion in Ekiti and made us agree to bury him there whenever he dies. I left Nigeria when I was 9 years old. We didn't live in Ekiti. We lived in Lagos before we moved to England. Now, Dad is insisting that we bury him in this Ekiti mansion that we only visit once in 3 years. How can I make him realize that his decision is wrong? Or am I the one thinking right? Am I the one not thinking right? What do you have to say about what Olu have said?
Olu is right, but it's difficult to change culture. See, that's what we call norms, culture, values. Dad, our parents, like Olu's dad,
Yeah.
our parents, they grew up with that culture. So it is difficult, you
Yeah.
can't kill culture. So it's a difficult task.
That's a difficult one.
It's very difficult.
Wow.
It takes the grace of God.
Wow, viewers and listeners, I really want to hear your views. I know we're rushing today because we are really, really working behind time. Please, what is your advice to Olu? Olu's dad have asked Olu to promise him that when he dies, he needs to bury him in the mansion that he has built in Ekiti, where Olu only visits like once in 5 years. And is thinking in 3 years, how can he do that? He doesn't want to bury him there. What advice have you got for Olu? I really want to hear your views. I think it's difficult for people to be buried in the mansion these days because when you change ownership, another person wants to buy. I think it's a film, but I don't know. Maybe it is a real thing. It's a real film. It's a real story. When another person wants to occupy the house and there is a buried, there is a grave there. The person said, I can't buy that house, I can't buy the property until you take the body, the deceased out. How can you do that? These days, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think it's just better to bury people in the mortuary, but You know, I want to. I said mortuary. Cemetery. I want to hear your views, please, viewers. Thank you very much, Aderonke. She's saying she's using this opportunity to thank all the religious community for their support. That's very good. You have a community that can support you. Right, Bordering, we are really, really working behind time. Why is it important for parents to teach their children their language, or is it not necessary, since they only live, they live abroad and they only go back home once in 5 years or once in 10 years?
Some people just feel it's a sense of identity, to identify. But even if I don't speak my language, my name Bodori shows I'm from Africa. I'm a Nigerian.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Two, if you look at it, it's I was born in Lagos.
Yeah.
Grew up in Lagos. My native language is Egun because I'm from Badagry.
Wow.
But my parents did not teach me that Egun language. That's my native language, which is Egun.
Wow.
But we are living in Nigeria. So now, the question is, now I have my kids. Yeah. My wife is from Ekiti.
Wow.
Now, I will be speaking Yoruba to my children, isn't it?
Yeah.
But let's create a scenario. If I take them to Badagry, will I teach them Egun again? I, the father, don't even understand Egun. So this thing is difficult. It depends on what you want. But language is a sense of, like identity, identifying. It's good if you can. It's good. It's really good. But sometimes it's confusing for the kids.
For the children.
For the children, because I'm in Germany. I spoke. I was speaking Dutch, the language.
Yeah.
We came to UK, start speaking English. Now, you want to start speaking Yoruba. Maybe me, I would want to speak Egun. You know what I mean? But it's good if you can do it. It's a sense of, like what you call a sense of identity. When you say,
wow.
And it's a security for you too. If you take your kids home and they're saying things, your kids can really understand if it's something good or something bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe you can hear what Bordering have just said, but I want to hear your views. What do you think about our native language? Do you think it is important for us to teach our children? Bordering is saying, well, it's your choice. You make the choice. He's been everywhere. He's been all over the world. And he can't be teaching his children all the languages, that they can only speak. You only speak Yoruba and English at home. At home, they speak two languages. What do you think? I know some culture that it is important for their children to understand their language. In fact, before you can speak English, before you can understand any other language, you have to be able to speak fluently in their language, regardless of where you are or where you are born. And I admire the culture, and in fact it's something I have been trying to do at home. Even at home I try to speak my language so that my children will be able to speak it. But I've got 3 kids, but unfortunately it's just one of them that really understood it. She understands everything that you say, but it's a bit difficult for her to speak, which I believe is my fault. Probably if I started a bit earlier and I've been speaking it with them as well, probably it will be so easier for them. And I'm trying to, retrace my steps back, trying to teach them, speak at home. In fact, I said, there's no more speaking in English at home. We all have to speak in our native language. I really want to hear your views. What do you think? But again, after doing my research, I understand that, I found out that children, they have the capability, even from before the age of 7 or so, to learn about 7 different languages. They have the capacity to learn about 7 different languages. So don't think you're putting too much pressure on your children if you're speaking your language with them, or they're learning Spanish, French, English, your native language, or German or something. Again, don't think it is a pressure. It is a bonus for them, and it's something they will grow up to really appreciate you from. And again, it's something that gives them that identity to say, I am from this, and I can speak and understand the language. It is very good. But I want to hear your views. What do you think? Do you think it is important to teach our children a language? Or you just think, well, it's nothing. Things are changing these days. It doesn't really matter. They might leave. They might not even go back home for the rest of their years. It is not really necessary. What do you think? Wow, we've come to the end of today's show. But I would not want us to end this show without you, Bothering, advising my viewers and my listeners. Why is it so important for Africans in diaspora to support each other? Because I hear this a lot, that I can't open an African shop because my African, sisters or brothers will not patronize me. They would rather go to another shop, to buy stuff. Why is it important for us to support one another?
Going by your statement,
Yeah.
that person has been defeated already.
Yeah.
The person is not preparing anything. You are burying the person. You've buried your dream. If that's your dream, go along with it. Your support. Every African cannot come to your restaurant. Your portion will be your portion. So venture into it and see. That's the problem with we Africans anyway. We don't start things first. You don't want to start at all. You just want to hear the negative side. No, they don't patronize. No, they do. They do. Venture into it and see. Yeah, are you telling me there's no African restaurant, no African business? There are. Yeah, there are. But
we see them close up though. They start, but some people, when I ask them, they say, oh, it's because people don't support and we have to close down.
People are not patient enough. Business has ups and downs. That's one. Business takes time to grow. Can I have a baby today now and just expect baby? No, everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell. They are not patient enough. We Africans want to open a business today and start getting the proceeds immediately and start going on holiday. When I started my business, my credit is bad. I used all my Visa card, Capital One, even one go.
Which one is that?
Yeah, the one you borrow and the percentage is high. Yeah, so you need to, before it's a passing phase. But we are not patient. If you are patient and you have to prepare, are you ready? Are you copying somebody else? Are you saying, oh, this man is doing it, he's making it, let me to do it? No, that's not it. Is it what you want to do? Is it what you have passion for? If you have passion for it, you will excel in it. But if you don't have passion for it, you want to copy. It can be. Original is original.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I do really appreciate you, Modupe Daniel Olotiwa, for joining us all the way from America. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. She said, I think it is good to teach our language. We not live in a global world. And again, as Ronke say, yes, it is important for the children to speak and hear your language. My children can speak my language, Yoruba. Thank you very much. Modipe went further to say it is not about support, it's about consistency. Thank you very much. And she went further to say customer service, equality, quality products, and the list is on. You are so spot on. Yes, our customer service, I think, is something we need to work on. Yes, we need to have a good customer service and we need to have, quality products, and the list goes on. And consistency, yes. And you talked about being patient as well, not thinking you want to invest today and start reaping today. It takes time. Thank you very much, Sunday Aderibe, for joining us. Reverend Adekoju Yemi, all the way from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Gay, wow, thank you very much for joining us today. She said families are sometimes difficult. They may decide to claim the house from Olu in future. Is that as reasons for requesting his body to be buried in his mansion? Ayele, wow, thank you very much, ma. And that's true. Ayele, truly, that means this world is wicked. We live in a wicked world. Yes. And she went further to say, for the language issues, I will encourage us to speak our mother's tongue to our children, even if they are unable to speak. they will understand it. We must always think that we may take them home sometimes. Yes, you're absolutely right, and I believe Bodri mentioned as well. So that when, in fact, I heard of a woman that said she took the son back to Africa, and this son happened to be a mixed race child. And they were now abusing him, saying Oyibo, this, that. They didn't understand. They didn't know that he understood the language. Obviously, because he's a mixed race child, they think, oh, you don't understand Yoruba. But he understood and he was able to pick it up. And again, I think it was my sister that said, our daughter had an appointment, during school time. And she was on the bus, and a friend saw her in the bus, and two of her friends were together and saw our daughter on the bus, and they were like, can you interpret that for me? Okay, like mother, like daughter.
Okay.
Like they believe that the mother is a wayward woman and the daughter too is wayward. I don't know, maybe I said Yoruba right, even though I'm guilty of this. But all what they were saying to that child is like, she's not in school at this time. Definitely she's going to meet a boyfriend, or she's doing something wrong at this time, not knowing that she had an hospital appointment and the mother was aware, and not knowing that she understood them. So when the daughter highlighted from the boss, unfortunately for them, they all highlighted at the same spot. And she said, thank you very much. I will tell my mom everything you've said. They were so embarrassed. So we need to be mindful of what we say. Just because you think these children do not understand Yoruba does not mean you should just be saying things. We need to be careful. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of today's show. I'm so sorry we didn't give the full package because we started a bit late. But next week, you need to watch this space. We have something interesting, something exciting coming up for you next week. Please do not forget to stay tuned. Yes, what can I say, to round up this show today? I believe a home is where you find love, joy, acceptance, encouragement, support, protection, purpose, identity, and rest. Now, that is the earthly home that I've just described. It should be a replica of the other side of life. Can I call your attention to this beautiful home this evening? That is the home I would really want us to focus our attention on, because this earthly home has been corrupted with all sorts of evils. But in the home beyond, there is no more pain, no sorrow, no sadness. How are you preparing for your heavenly home? That's something I really want us to ponder upon this evening, to think deeply about this evening. I know this earthly home is a place of rest, is a place of joy, acceptance, and we put so much treasure in it, so much affection, we build mansion, we build all this. But once you die, I have never seen or witnessed anybody that has been buried with their mansion. Nobody go with anything. How are you investing in your heavenly home? That's my question to you this afternoon. Thank you very much for staying tuned today. I always love it when you guys come there. You're always at the other side, because we don't want to be here and we're speaking to an empty, viewers. So thank you very much for always taking your time to be part of us every Wednesday. Until next Wednesday, when I will be bringing another informative and educative topic your way. I want to say thank you to my producer, AY the Ambassador, BMTV, Someone Production, Peace and Joy Radio. Thank you all for putting all of this together. Until next week, I remain your host, Adeyinka Adeyemi. Bye for now. And share this video.